I'm close to buying a king trombone and have the possibility to have a 2B or a 3B. What do you think to get a brilliant trombone sound because my sound is really warm? Okay, first of all, I think that your sound concept is the main way that you develop a sound. And I think you could play large equipment and have a bright sound, and you can have small equipment and have another dark sound. I don't think it's extremely relevant what equipment you play in terms of achieving a certain sound, but it may be harder or easier depending on what you pick. And the instrument might have certain qualities. Yes, if you want a brilliant sound, get the 2B. The smaller it is, the more it's going to have that kind of pingy, zippy kind of sound to it. But that's not to say that a larger king, like a 3B or a 3B plus, like I play, can't also get some of that zippiness to the sound, but also having that more body to the sound. I like more body to the sound. I like having a robust tone inside of that kind of zippy articulation that you might get from a smaller horn like a 2B or a 3B. So you're not going to go wrong with a 2B or a 3B, especially if it's from the 60s. The new ones can be a mixed bag in terms of slide quality, so you just got to make sure that you try them out, make sure everything is cool with them. But yeah, you're not going to go wrong there. It's a pretty classic sound for a jazz trombone sound. I think there are lots of different options that work well for different people, but yeah, that's what I play, King 3B plus. But you can't rely on the horn to do the work for you. You have to have the sound concept up here that sounds like that way. If you want to sound like Herbie Green, you got to have his sound in your head. If you want to sound like Jack Teagarden, you have his sound in his head. If you want to sound like Wycliffe Gordon, who plays a Yamaha, and he's got an extremely bright and brilliant sound, you got to have that sound. But there's also people like Andre Hayward. I've heard him play on a King 3B, but he has a super dark, mellow kind of sound. So I know you want one answer to that question of should I buy this King? Sure, if you like the sound of it. But I will say that I have made the mistake in the past, and I would recommend not making this mistake of buying a horn because it feels good, not because of how the sound is. Go for the sound. Go for the sound. Go for the sound.